I'm telling you, decentering men makes you age backwards. Look at divorce glow ups. Look at my story. Look at what a woman dating a man or married to a man looks like when she leaves him. Or compare that to what she looked like before she got with him and what she looks like now. Now, sometimes women actually, look better when they're in a healthy relationship. And I'm going to explain why in a minute when I show you some of my photos. But most of the time, women actually end up looking haggard from being in the relationship with men. Because a lot of men, most men, I would argue, are exploiting these women on some level. If not just like completely gaslighting them and emotionally traumatizing them and all the other things, right? Because so many men will not heal themselves, will not learn how to actually love themselves and deal with their trauma and deal with all this stuff and let go of their need to have power over people. Like most men are not interested in that because it actually takes courage, and most men are cowards. Sorry, it's the truth. And so those men who do that work, when they actually find a woman that they truly, truly care about, and they are not coming from this really insecure, unhealed place, but rather a place of loving themselves, feeling good, and wanting to grow with someone instead of knock a woman down and humble her so that they don't feel like the piece of crap that they know deep down they are, but patriarchy told them that they're actually the prize. But then they see her and they're like, she's so happy and has money and doing all these things and I suck. But like, I'm supposed to be the prize. So they knock you down. And that's what happens in so many relationships. I've talked about that with my ex, the abusive one, but even like breadcrumb guy. Dude, if like these men, like they stall our careers, they stress us to the max, they trigger all of our daddy issues and our nervous system stuff. They literally slowly kill us. Because it is so stressful to deal with a man who hates himself. At the very least, he's like humbling you all the time or like making little insults or just like exhausting you because he's lazy and doesn't want to do anything and just is like totally fine with the fact that this is super unfair. He doesn't care, right? Or they get off on destroying you. So the wrong relationship will age you. You look so old when you're with the wrong dude. But I'm gonna show you some photos of what I was like in my 20s and stuff versus now. Okay, so this is a picture of me from like 2012, I think. This is me in 2013. So I guess I'm 35 here. This is me at 35. Okay, this is me at the Jerry Springer show. I got VIP tickets. Went with my friend Daisy. It was the best birthday present ever. Okay, remind me to tell you all that story. Me at I think 32. Okay, this is me at 36 right here, feeding my niece. Little baby. Crap, this one cut off. This is me at 30, I think. Yeah. This is me right before I turned 34. This is me washing dishes at Occupy Wall Street in New York. That's a video too, by the way. Okay, this is me around the same age, I think. So I'm not saying like I look bad, but I'm just saying like I was always so paranoid about, these wrinkles here and the crow's feet and everything like that. And I know that my weight has changed too. But at this point in my life, I hadn't really dealt with a lot of my childhood trauma. And I'd never had a healthy relationship. So I hadn't had a healthy place to work through a lot of this relational trauma. And I was still pretty addicted to masochistic, like kind of, I was adrenaline junkie. I loved chasing adventure. I was still like really invested in suffering because I thought that part of being a tough woman was suffering. Sleeping on a mattress on the floor, like sleeping in unsafe places. This is literally me just like reliving parts of my childhood. Not the mattress on the floor part, but just feeling unsafe. This was me at 21 when I first started trad climbing. So I'm just showing you all this for some context. Even if I didn't have a man in my life that was an abusive, I was still like really in kind of the cycle of violence in terms of trying to challenge myself, trying to feel proud of myself, but also constantly chasing after things that were painful so I could overcome them so then I could be proud of myself for overcoming them. And then that gave me a sense of control. Anyway, this is deep, y'all. So this was like a year after I was out of that abusive relationship. It looks like I have less wrinkles at this age. Maybe it's the lighting. This was like 2 years out of that relationship. I don't know, this is maybe 7 years ago. I was in my late 30s. late 30s. This is my first like healthy relationship. This is him taking me to the doctor. And I was like, wow, men can take you to the doctor and care about you. This was me at 39 in Porto. This was me, I think, at 38 in France. At 40, about to go do a wild, fun hookup with a French dude on the French Riviera. This is the first photo of me and Anthony. Second photo, wedding photo. A year later, like maybe 2 years later, my work is in this book. How cool is that? It's a French book. This is us, like over a year ago. Us. This is me 2 summers ago. Look at this. Look at this. 2 summers ago. It's like I'm aging backward. Look at this. Look at this. This is one of my favorite photos ever. And I'm like 44 or something. Look at this. Backwards. Aging backwards. Almost. This is our wedding anniversary. Us in the Alps. This was my 45th birthday last year. Like, it's like my wrinkles are like not even as big now for some reason. This was a year ago. This was me right after I got out of that abusive relationship. Like literally a week after. I was pretending to be a beat up princess for Disney, because I was just like, oh, I can't. But yeah, look at this. Look at my skin. This was us at Christmas. Christmas this year. This was us this summer. I gotta tell y'all this story. French wrestling match. These are the wrestlers. Like, what? And this one. Me at a monster truck rally this summer with Anthony. And this was me. This is my favorite one, I think. A month and a half ago. Look at this. And I specifically asked her not to like remove stuff. Like there's a little touch up, but not to remove my wrinkle. And my avatar. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. And this was us literally last night. So this is what dating the wrong man did to me physically. Also, he purposely had me gain weight. He wanted me to gain weight. He told me he wanted to fatten me up so no men would want me. This was me a month and a half ago. This is what healing looks like.